When it comes to trading Forex, gold is my favorite instrument to trade, and I prefer to trade it as a Forex currency pair, such as gold against the US dollar or gold against the euro. I have made more profit with gold than any other currency pair. And today I'm going to show you how you can get more massive winning trades yourself trading gold. So let's do it. One thing that can help you in trading gold is knowing that the process of trading it is the same as trading anything else. Although I love trading gold, if I tried to pretend like there was something different about how you trade gold, that would be a lie. Although I did make another video showing some of my most valuable insights on trading gold specifically, and you can watch that video right up here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to identify winning trades on gold. So let's see just how do you trade it and make sure that you're on the winning side of the market when you trade gold. The first step is always what I call reading the roadmap. The reason that you can learn to read financial markets as a roadmap begins with learning to see trends and corrections. Impulsive price action versus corrective price action. I have made several other videos that demonstrate that particular skill, and you can watch those right over here. So on your first day of training, reading charts of financial markets, if you learn the basics of wave subdivisions, then presto, a roadmap appears on your charts. And this should happen on the first day or close to the beginning of when you learn this. A never-ending roadmap appears on your charts, and you can see it is fairly accurate. So let's look for the next entry on gold today and see if you can do this simple process yourself. If at any step you feel like you're not clear, just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you on that. Meanwhile, make sure that if this is your first time here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to make sure that you're updated immediately on all new videos as soon as they're published. So if I go here to gold against the US dollar on the monthly time frame, there is a pattern on this chart. And if I'm honest, what pattern is this? Well, there is a uptrend over here on the monthly, and then there is a downtrend over here. That would be typical of an A, and then this is typical of what could be an A, ABC of B, and C. So that actually could be an ABC, and it could turn and just go straight down. Now, in my mind, I don't know of any reason why gold would be going down longer term. So I would be open to the fact that this, instead of a C, might be part of an uptrend, could be a 1 of 3, and that it could correct and keep going up. What's important is that you're able to see where on this chart is there a pattern that you're familiar with, that you know, patterns of trends, patterns of corrections. Now, one way, as I mentioned in my previous video, that I'm able to get more clarity and more insight is to look at gold against other currencies. So I can go to the monthly on gold against the euro. And on this particular charting platform, there doesn't seem to be enough data going back far enough to really see what this is in the past. So I can only see this part of the pattern, and it's almost the same as gold against the euro. But when I go to the weekly, now we do have a classic shape, well, we've been having it for a long time, of a trend, but now we have what could be an end of a trend on the weekly. That's exactly what an end of a trend looks like. So whether that is actually the final end of the trend or not, what would the roadmap say about how to trade that? You can see, well, there is an impulsive candle down on the weekly, probably in the process of forming an A to the correction of the uptrend. That's what it has done every other time throughout history that I've ever seen anything like this, so that's probably what it's doing. And then How would you trade that? Well, then there would be a downtrend on a time frame shorter than this. And keep in mind that this is how you would trade, is you would see if there's a trend or if there's a correction. Relative to that, look for an end of a trend, look for an end of a correction, and that would tell you how to enter. People who are not doing this, almost certainly they're doing something that's not related to what the market is doing, because this is what the market is doing. Now, once I get to the daily, I see what appears to be a downtrend. Looks like a typical shape of a 1, 2, 3 in process. So I can go to an even shorter time frame, 8 hour, 4 hour. Then also check that same thing on gold against the dollar. And this is either an ABC to the previous uptrend, or it's a downtrend as shown on the weekly, 1, 2, 3. Therefore, we now know how could we trade this. The movement that is going up is either a correction to the move down like a wave 4, or if this has reverse, it's the beginning of an uptrend. So how would you trade? Once I go to the 1 hour, on both gold against the euro and gold against the dollar, as well as I would go to gold against the Swiss, gold against the pound, gold against the Aussie. Also look at all the silver pairs, compare them all together, but just to make this a little bit more quick and easy, I'll just use these two, gold against the euro and gold against the dollar. So if I look at gold against the euro, if this is like a wave 4, I could identify the end of a correction and go short. If the market has turned, and I can show you more of the details of what I mean by that sometime in our live sessions, but for now, if there was an end of a correction, I could go short. So then I could write that down in advance. If there is an end of a correction, go short. Then all you have to do is know how to identify the end of a correction. And then there you have it. Now, obviously, in order to do this properly, you would need to see many more examples. Examples of every type of pattern, every type of entry, and to develop a real skill of identifying ends of corrections and what is required to really do that. And you would need to see a lot of examples of that, and I have made a lot of other videos that do show other examples of that. This is what we happen to have right now. You would want to see a lot more examples of that. And we go through this process, and I show this live every day so that people who are attending will develop that skill and be able to do it themselves. It might take a day, it might take a couple of days sometimes for an entry to form. And that is how you get profit in trading, is by being selective and waiting until an entry happens. And then obviously you need to see this demonstrated over and over, all different types of examples for all different kinds of patterns that would ever happen, not just this one. And the best way to do that, if you're really interested in developing this skill as a professional in order to trade and really get increase in capital consistently, just go to www.tradingmastermind.com and sign up for our free professional trading course that will get you on the right track to becoming a professional trader yourself. Now, I have made another video about this topic that does reveal more about the insights and secrets specifically to how to trade gold. You can watch that video right over here.